Hey everybody, okay, this is January 10th, and we got up in the morning to see this fella pushing his wares. The ladies were buyers, so I'm sure he was very happy about that. And then about an hour later, we were off to the beach. The kids wanted to get wet one more time. The fishermen were doing the fishing. And the boys decided to get all wet and then roll in the sand. And just a couple of rapid fire photographs I took of them. And then, as big brothers will do, their main job until adulthood is to torture the younger brother. And one more toss of sand, and the little guy is going to come back for more, apparently. There we go. Wash the face off a little bit. And back to normal. All is forgotten and forgiven. I don't know if you can hear the roosters in the background. There is a woman singing. And I now know not everyone can sing in the Philippines. My last shot from the beach, which was foreshadowing this. I didn't really understand fully that we were going to be up close and personal to those very windmills that I was viewing from across the bay for a couple of days. Pretty extraordinary. You can just walk right out to them. The wind was very ferocious. It was like sandblasting on the legs, a little uncomfortable, a little disorienting. Gonna let the audio go on this one, give you an idea just how windy it really was. It was clearly, we had speculated, Mike and I, why you would put windmills on a beach that you could possibly enjoy and sunbathe on. But once we got there, we found out that was not an option. At least if you wanted to be comfortable. It was pretty ferocious. And took a pan shot here. You can see, just look at the t-shirts, everybody's clothing wafting in the wind. And here you can see I was very disoriented just trying to get the camera. It was pretty startling, actually. Walk right up to the windmill. It's amazing they don't fall over. They seem to defy physics the way they're just straight up. I can't imagine what they do they must have an enormous concrete slab under the sand here these things are attached to. I would think they would certainly be prone to falling over. Worked my way around doing some of the artsy-fartsy shots. Was holding the camera up over my head. Here's a little scale for you. Mike walking around front. He got where he's standing right there. He said that couldn't feel the wind, and he was right. It's kind of weird. And then here's a shot from right where Mike was standing previously. So you see the view he had. And then up the beach to my right, the giant machines creating electricity non-stop. I don't think the wind ever stops here. And then turning 180 degrees down the beach to my left, you can see that the windmills are even up on the rocky heights, way out there in the distance, all the way out to the point. And here we are about 30 to 40 minutes later. We are on that point. We'd gotten back in the car and we were up on the heights. I saw this. I'm not sure if this is actually a graveyard or some sort of memorial. I didn't get the backstory on it. I thought it was kind of weird. It looked like grave sites with the windmills over the top of them. Then turning around 180 degrees, I started walking down towards the bay from the heights, working my way down, going through this little enclave of overgrowth. It was interesting because the wind stopped in this little section here. Got very quiet. Then worked my way down here to the beach. And you could hear the wind is starting to pick up again, and they were selling trinkets and whatnots. They had a lot more up top too as well. We ended up buying some t-shirts later. Pushed my way through someone else's family to get over to JR Rising and 30. We're already down observing the sights and looking around. And this rock formation was apparently the big draw. They had some guys with horses offering rides over there to take a closer look. We decided to take a pass on that. Took an opportunity for one more photo op and worked our way back up to the top. One more glam shot from JR, looking all GQ. And back in the van, the big rental van, I caught a shot of this old school windmill that looked like it did not fare well in a big storm or something. That was the end of that. We were going to go up and look at this lighthouse. We went up the roadway. It was pretty steep. It didn't seem like the van had enough horsepower to get us there, or we might have to walk, so we took a pass. Got back on the road again in earnest. So I took the opportunity to throw in a few landscape shots from my window. Kind of striking how you have the lowlands and then off in the distance the mountains. This looked like a shot that I could have taken in Pennsylvania. I could have fooled anyone with that shot saying it was from Pennsylvania, except for coconuts right alongside the cornfield. A couple more shots. Look in those mountains, those clouds out there. It's a jungle out there, people. Little construction action here, I think it is. Cement. Cement is the medium of choice in the Philippines. Cinder block, concrete. Little ride along what it was like to be in the van as a passenger. Saw these guys working the medium, doing the concrete. All this scaffolding and bamboo, and up they go with the concrete. This I thought was kind of striking, the aqua color peeking out from the overgrowth. And every once in a while we would go through the small town that would have a circle, which would give me an opportunity to take a couple of shots that had a little more depth of field. Thought that was a pretty cool red truck. Little voyeurism, some woman going about her day. Caught these people rolling right up on us here in the trike. And a very striking pizzeria with a vertical yellow and black paint scheme. And we have arrived, Laoag City, where we soon found ourselves at the world famous North Point Upholstery and General Merchandise. I snuck into the showroom bay and took a look around where all the goods were packed in front to back, high and tight. Back out and behind the store here where it's kind of a general purpose area. Took a quick peek down the other side of the store. Said hello to the dog, nervous dog. Then I went out front, give you a view of what the street looks like from the front of the store. The store is at my back. A little left and right action here. I think we're looking at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Everything is out on the sidewalk, so folks can see what's available. I tried to recruit these guys to give a little wave hello and whatnot. Not exactly enthusiastic. I think they were a little weirded out by the guy with the camera. Back around the backside and work in progress. Big bunch of fabric piled up on the Singer sewing machine. And then I just turned around. I turned around and saw this guy. He was like the next block over and 3 stories high. And I thought it was kind of interesting. I was able to get a shot of him. And a little filming action. Everybody kind of milling around. Looking around. There's a store employee digging for something. And I will take a shot here momentarily, seated in that pink chair. Looked back up top to see if my scaffolding guy was around. I guess he was off for lunch. And panned up to look at the back side of this building. I thought the color and the architectural design of this building was relatively impressive. These big porches up there. I kind of wanted to go up there and take a look around. At this big spiral outdoor staircase, you can see there, that's where it pops out at the bottom. An enclosed outside spiral staircase. I kind of wanted to go up there and check it out. And 30, framed by the big badass van we've been traveling around in. And Maria and Rika talking things over. Here I am seated in that pink chair, and one of the North Point Upholstery employees practicing her craft. And then I went out front and I set the camera on a sign that was on the sidewalk there to kind of steady the camera and do a little bit of a tripod effect. Kind of bouncing around, trying to steady things up a little bit. Little B-roll action, traffic rolling by, fly in the wall. And then, all of a sudden, my entire entourage went walking by, and they're like, "Hey, man, let's go." So I scurried up the camera and moved into hurry-up mode as the traffic cop stopped traffic for us. We ran across the street. And there you see out there on the right, there's the store. And turning left here, I think we were headed to the mall, and I realized at this moment there was an ATM there, so I stopped, went in there and used the ATM, and then I think Maria went in after me, so I had a second or two to take a shot back across. You can see, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little sign there where I had the camera originally propped when we started our journey across the street. Always busy. Always busy. And then this weird, surreal scene once we got into the mall. Little indoor choo-choo train painted in a stars and stripes motif. Mike desperately wanted me to get a ride in that thing so he could film me, but I declined. Probably should have done it. Spent quite a bit of time in the mall. It was time to go find our hotel rooms. We saddled up. It was dark. Here we are about 8:30 or so at night, and we ended up at a Shakey's Pizza, which was kind of bizarre. Shakey's no longer exists in the United States. Got 4 pizzas and bread and spaghetti and all kinds of stuff, and the hotel staff helped us out with some tables and seating. Those are the rooms there behind everybody. We all got collecting together here to do the family portrait. Lots of happy faces. Looking forward to having some Shakey's Pizza and kibitzing over a meal. This is about 9 o'clock. And our day, January 10th. Laoag City. I probably just butchered the name again. 2023.